today I'm going to be talking about kind of school versus college, I guess. It's kind of like an advice video on what it's like to go from school to college. I'm just going to talk about my experiences. I know a lot of it is quite personal to me, but it might help some of you guys. Because I remember around this time last year I was looking for videos about this subject and there was literally none until one of the Maddie Bruce's videos. So I'll link hers down below too, because she did help me quite a lot. And this is going to be quite a long video, so I hope you enjoy if you watch the whole way through, and please like and subscribe and all of that, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Off with basically how I went from school to college. So I went to a normal comprehensive secondary school in my local area, but it didn't have a sixth form college joined onto it. So basically everyone from my school had to go to a different college. But most of us did end up going to the same sixth form college, which is in a separate area. It's going to make it sound really confusing, but basically the college I go to is strictly for 16 to 18 year olds, but it's not attached to a school or anything. It's literally just a sixth form college on its own. So my school was linked to that college, so they made the transition process really easy. We had applicant days. I think it started off with, obviously we applied first, and then I think around maybe October, November time I had an interview with the college about what courses we wanted to take, but nothing was really set in stone. It's more just about them getting to know us. So we had that, and then obviously we had our GCSEs and that was all fine, and then I think around July time we had a taster day, so we could try out the subjects we wanted to do in our in the next years at college sort of thing. And I really enjoyed that. I found that really helpful. It was really nice finding my way around the place. So I'm now joined by my dog. So yeah, so we obviously had the interview day sort of thing, and then in July we had a taster day. So as I just said, we experienced all the subjects we wanted, and at that point you could decide which ones you didn't want to do. So that was quite helpful. I know a lot of my friends figured out the ones they definitely didn't want to do that day. And it was also really good because it was a proper day at college, so you got to find your way around the place sort of thing. And then after that we had enrolment day, which is at the end of August, so after our GCSE results. So that was the time where you properly set in stone what subject you wanted to take for the next 2 years at college. And then what happened after that? So we had enrolment, and then we did officially start college with all the subjects we wanted. I don't know anyone who didn't do the subjects they didn't want. The ones you put down is the ones you basically do. Because I remember at GCSE, a lot of people, including myself, we put down subjects we couldn't necessarily do them because of timetabling issues. But at school we didn't at college we didn't have that problem at all. So yeah, we started that, but we started a day earlier than upper sixth. So lower sixth is basically first year college students, and then upper sixth is second year college students. So lower sixth started a day earlier than upper sixth, which is fair enough. So it helped us find our way around, get a feel for the place sort of thing. Hello. I remember the first sort of week of lessons we didn't really do a lot. It was more just getting to know each other, finding out what the course is about. So yeah, the first week of college is really not stressy at all. And I'd also say please do not worry about clothes, because at my college we can just basically wear whatever the hell we want. It's not a smart dress code or anything. We just wear whatever we want. So I remember the first week everyone is always looking at what other people wearing, but literally after that nobody cares. People just turn up in trackies most of the time. I literally wear leggings and jumpers my whole life. I literally only make effort on days which are longer, because I know I'll see the most amount of people. But I'd say clothing wise, just get 3 or 4 pairs of good quality jeans. That'll do you fine. Couple pairs of leggings, skirts. I find skirts are quite nice to change up your outfits a bit. And then just buy loads of t-shirts. Honestly, I remember before starting college I just bought so much from the Topshop sale, literally. It was crazy, but I still wear it now, and obviously it was so discounted, because the first few weeks of the first few weeks of college, school and college, were always quite hot, so buying all those t-shirts in the Topshop sale was amazing, because I had so much to wear. But anyway, then winter rolled, and obviously I just before college, I definitely recommend having a massive shop with your mum and or your dad or whatever, because you will be wearing a lot more clothes. The clothing issue, I mean, every now and then I do buy some like new clothes, but I honestly don't really care what I wear to college now. Like, people are pretty chilled about it. So I think I'll move on to like the social side of college. I've definitely found I'm so much more sociable at college than I was at school. Like, I think because at school I was with the same people like pretty much 24/7. I didn't really want to. I'm so sorry about this. I didn't really want to meet up with them like after. I know that sounds really bad, but because at college I don't see my closest friends like every day, so people do actually make the effort to meet them elsewhere, including like parties, like just going out shopping. Hey, going out shopping and things like that. But yeah, like I think my friendship group has pretty much stayed the same since school, because obviously so many of the people from my old school went to the college I go to now. Well, like we all see each other like every day, so it doesn't really matter. But we obviously there have been new people that have joined our group, and we like welcome them obviously. But I know a lot of people, like one of the girls in my friendship group now, like she came from a school and like she's literally left like pretty much most of her friends and just hung out with us, which is like completely fine. But I've definitely found at college, I mean, there is still bitchiness and cattiness, but I think that's just the nature of school, being stuck with like all the same people 24/7, and like just can I stand? Yeah, I think that is just the nature of like the education system, because you're like so like confined in a small, not small space, but like in the same sort of area for like 5 days in a week. People will get on your nerves, and there will be bitch fights and things like that, but you just got to deal with it really. I'm not really someone that gets into arguments. Like if someone's bothering me, I will just tell them straight to their face. Like people will tell you that, but I know there's some people who like keep stuff behind, and messages get shown and things like that. But I mean, in school, I think I remember it being a lot worse. Like not in my friendship group necessarily, but I remember like other people, they would like really, it would get really bad. In like in some cases, like they have to tell teachers about it, and then like parents would get involved. But that doesn't happen anymore. Like we just deal with it ourselves, because we're kind of old enough now. Like we're 17, so. Yeah, and what else? I've written a list like of things. So college. Yeah, I've definitely found there's definitely no sense of like kind of popularity. Like you know, in school there's always that group of people which everyone just regards as popular, even though most of the people in school don't actually like them. It doesn't make sense, but there's always that group. But in college there's literally none of that. Like you can just sit with whoever friends you want, and no one really cares. Like, there's no hierarchy in college at all, which I absolutely love, which I think is like one of my favourite things. Yeah, and I think that's about it, like socially. So I'll definitely say my social life has improved. Like I definitely have a bigger group of friends, and I know who are my closest ones out of that group. But it's kind of nice having a big group, because like I can always find someone to sit with at lunches or like in my free periods kind of thing. So yeah, now I'm gonna move on to like lessons and schoolwork, which is like the bane of most people's lives. But I'd say lessons at college are quite similar, or at my college anyway, they're quite similar to like school lessons, where it will just mainly be a teacher standing up and talking and things like that. But there's a lot of more group work, but not in the sense of do a presentation, present to the whole class, that we hardly ever do that. It's more like we do a lot of like, well in my lessons, because I do psychology, sociology, English language literature and world development, but I'm dropping world development for my next year because I don't really need it. But yeah, we do a lot of like mind maps in my lessons, so they'll give us like something to discuss or a topic to research, and we'll just do a mind map of it and then kind of show it to the class, or like pass the mind maps around, which I really like. And then you can like decide how much notes you want to take from that, or what we do a lot is just take a picture of it and then someone sends it to the group chat of that class. So yeah, that's what I love about college. And then there is definitely a lot more homework. In school I don't really remember doing a lot of homework until like year 11. Like I know it sounds really bad, but we just didn't really get given much, I don't recall. But now there's a lot. I would say you kind of learn like kind of 3/4 of the content in your lessons if you have a good teacher, and then like a quarter of it outside of lessons. Like I've definitely find this the most like busy time of like schoolwork and stuff is like kind of towards the end of a half term, because you'll have like mocks and that time, or like end of topic tests, as well as like learning the last little bits of that syllabus. So I mean that's the kind of the time which does stress me out most, but like I always just get on with it and get through it, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But yeah, I mean, another good thing about my college is that the library, like if you go there to work, you're not seen as like a massive nerd. Like I remember in my school, you never went to the library unless it was really urgent to do homework. Like honestly, it was just a load of, the only people that really went to the library in my old school were like chess players, and like everyone was like, oh, so cool. But now the library is like, it's so like big and social, and like we have like a science study area, and then we have like a kind of the area on like the middle floor is like kind of the most social bit. So there's like group tables you can work in, or you can work on your own or on the computers. So that's like really good. Like I would probably spend maybe 1 or 2 of my free periods in the week just working in there doing homework or whatever. And yeah, I think that's about it, like schoolwork wise. But I'd definitely say this, that it is not as bad as you think it will be. Like, I think it definitely helps that you're doing subjects you actually enjoy, that you don't mind doing the work. Like, I'll probably say on average I probably get like 8 or 9 hours of homework a week, which I know sounds a lot, but if you just split it up like and do it as it comes, it doesn't seem like that bad at all. Just don't leave it to the last minute. I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but just do it when you get it, and it'll be out of your head, out of the way, and you can chill out. What else? Early mornings still exist, unfortunately. My timetable this year just gone was not great. I had 4 8:45 starts like during the week, and then my Thursdays I started at 2:45, so it was really mixed. But and I also, so on a normal morning I'll have to wake up like 7:15 to get the 7:35 train, which is like the bane of my life. In school I didn't leave the house till 8:10 in the morning. Now I leave it basically like 7:20, which is horrible, but I just get on with it because I know it's like my education and I value that a lot. So yeah, like, but then it differs for a lot of people. Like, 'cause I know a lot of my friends have most of their days start like 12:15 or whatever. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. But maybe that will change in the next year when I get a new timetable. But like, because I'm just so used to it at school, I just get up and get on with it basically. But I will warn you now, you probably will have a few early mornings during your week. College is more expensive. Like with travel, food, stationery costs and things like that. It is definitely a lot more expensive. Like, I would definitely recommend bringing your own packed lunch. It's just so much cheaper, and like you don't have to worry about like queuing up either. Like, and I think majority of my friendship group just bring in like packed lunch now because it's just easier and a lot healthier. Like, my college is the most unhealthy food. Like, it's either like greasy paninis, chips, or like pasta. That's literally all there is. So I just like don't bother. We do have a Starbucks on our campus, but is it campus? I don't know, I think that's more of a university term, but there is like there is a Starbucks like in our canteen, but I don't really go there, so I'm not really a Starbucks fan. But yeah, so food is a lot more expensive. Just bring a lunchbox, it's so much easier. And travel, oh my god, that's like the bane of my life. Like, I'm just gonna tell you straight how much my train ticket costs. Like every half term, it costs around £100. Okay, I am back. Sorry, my camera ran out of memory, then I had a driving lesson, so I've uploaded it. And I know it's really long already. It's like 12 minutes long before I've edited it, so and I've still got stuff to talk about. But anyway, yeah, I was saying currently my train ticket is £100 like per half term, or around about that. Depends like how many weeks are in the term and stuff. So it is pretty expensive, but the college recommended we got like, I think they're called Surrey fare cards or something, I can't remember, but wait, I've got it here actually. Oh, Surrey train student fare cards, and this basically gives us a third off. So it looks like this. It just gives you like a third off like season tickets and stuff. So I think you can use it as well if you like work in London or whatever. Or no, not, because it's a student card. Ooh. Anyway, but so yeah, that gives us a third off, which does help. So that means it would be over £100 if I didn't have that. But I do also have a bursary at college, because like, if you know what bursary is, you know what a bursary is. But it's weird because at school I didn't get it, but now I do at college, and my mum still earns exactly the same money there as she does now. So it's just like, okay. But yeah, that's really one of the things I didn't really think about before starting college, is how expensive it would be, like travelling there and back and stuff. But I think once I start driving, like I'm currently learning at the moment, so when I start driving it won't feel as bad. I mean, it will still be expensive, but it won't be as like bad, and I won't have to deal with stupid trains being delayed or cancelled or whatever. So yeah. Oh, I just remembered I didn't zoom in this bloody camera. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm just going to leave it now. But anyway, what else? You definitely have a lot more responsibility at college. I've already touched on how you have a lot more to do, like work-wise, but I think I'd also recommend getting like a part-time job to help cover costs of things and things like that. And it just helps, it gives you like a sense of independence as well, like not relying on your parents all the time for money. found the teachers are so much more helpful at college. Like, I remember in school, like, you'd do extra work, like in English I'd always give extra work to my teacher, and it'd take her weeks and weeks to mark. I'm just like, it's one essay, I can't take you that long to mark. But literally, my English teacher has been so good. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie, English at A level is a lot, not harder, but you have to think a lot more, and there's so much more you have to put in depth into your, like, essays and things. So, like, when I started I was so bad at Great Gatsby, but now I feel a lot more confident in it, and that's just basically through doing extra essays out my own time. But I'll literally give them to my teacher and she'll have them marked by the next day or the next lesson I see her, which is just honestly so good, and it's improved my grades so much, and I honestly really appreciate it. And she always, like, praises me for doing it as well, and I actually don't mind. Like, I'm not doing it to be a teacher, but I'm just doing it because I want a good grade. A weird thing about college is there's no school, like, no bell to say when break and lunchtime is. Like, I don't know if it's just my college, but I don't know, like, one of the first things they told us, they said, oh yeah, there won't be a bell for breaks or lunchtime, so you just have to, like, keep your eye on the time, and then your teachers will let you go, like, when you can. So yeah, that's an odd thing. But yeah, it's really weird, because at school I got 25 minutes for break and half an hour for lunch, or 35 minutes for lunch, I can't remember. But now I have half an hour for break, and then an hour for lunch on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Then on Tuesdays and Thursdays we only have 15 minutes for lunch. I don't really know where that logic comes from. I think just so they can fit more lessons into the day. But oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, my lessons now are 45 minutes, like, singles, but I have a lot of doubles, so it's like an hour and a half, which isn't that bad. Like, because I remember in school my lessons were like an hour, and then if it was a double it would be 2 hours, so it just felt like really, really long. But having an hour and a half for a lesson doesn't feel that bad. So yeah, what else is there? Oh yeah, there's also no tutor time. Like, you do have a personal tutor, so if you have any, like, problems, or you're one of those people who's, like, badly behaved, there'll be that one person that'll talk to you about it. And we have, like, one 45-minute session a week with our tutor. He'll just take the register, let us know, he or she, they'll let us know about any, like, notices, and then they'll make us go to assembly if there is one. I remember the first few weeks, like, we could get away with skipping them, but then they kind of caught on, and, like, now they actually follow us to assembly, so we actually have to go. So yeah, I mean it's not as bad. So I remember in school I think we had like 3 assemblies a week, and they were just so boring. I thought I did not see the point in them. But yeah, now we only have like a couple of terms if that, so it doesn't really feel that bad. Like, there's always a lot in the first half term, but after that people don't really care. So and I think that is it. I know when I edit it I'll be like, oh damn, I shouldn't have put that in, but this video is long enough. I've put you through enough pain. But I just want to end on a high note saying, like, good luck with college and stuff. Like, it's not as bad as you think it will be. As long as you just keep focused, like, just do your work when you'll get it, and just have the right balance of social life and, like, work life and, like, your part-time job life if you have one of them, you'll be absolutely fine. Like, it will get stressful. Like, there have been times where I've, like, cried over like grades and all my essays I've had due in, like, all on one day. But it's just one of those things of being a teenager, really. You'll have all this work to do, and you're not alone. So many people feel that way, and if you just surround yourself with a big, like, nice group of friends, or, like, even one close friend, it'll make the experience so much better. And what else? Oh yeah, I remember at my college it was very easy to drop subjects. Like, if you didn't enjoy it, because we did our subjects for 2 weeks, and if you wanted to drop one you could, and I know a lot of my friends did, and they said they felt so much better, like, not doing subjects they didn't want to do. And I know even up to exam time people drop their subjects, and they were allowed to. So I think as long as you have, like, a valid reason that's signed off by your parents and your senior tutor, then you can, like, drop a subject as well. So it's very flexible college, and I think that's all I have to say about it. I know this has been a very long rambly video, but if this has helped you in some way and made you feel more at ease, I hope it has. Please like and subscribe if you've made it all the way to the end. If you have made it all the way to the end, comment below what you're most looking forward about going back to school. I know most people are like, oh, I'm going back to school, but I want to make this positive. So if there's something you like about going back to school, then let me know, whether it's buying new stationery, seeing your friends again. I don't know, but I think the thing I'm looking forward to most about going back to school is probably buying new stationery, to be fair. And, like, looking at universities as well, that really interests me, because I'm going to university after college, so I'm going to be doing a lot of that in September, which I might vlog. So yeah, I'll say it once more time. Please like and subscribe if you want to. My social media is all down below. And good luck wherever you're starting in September. I'll see you soon. Bye!